I've been stuck in the Wizard's Tower with two main goals. Kill this lesser demon until it drops every single piece of equipment that it can, and get level 55 magic. Both of which have been fueled entirely by me endlessly killing wizards to get their rune drops. So far I've killed about 5,000 wizards, and today within this single video I'm adding another 5,000 kills on top of that, so that we can finally finish these things and escape this chunk to start exploring RuneScape a little bit more. This is ChunkWizard. He wants to explore the entire map of RuneScape, but what he doesn't know is that the map is divided up into chunks, and he needs to do every task within a chunk before he's allowed to move on to the next one. So come with me as ChunkWizard explores RuneScape one chunk at a time. It's actually a gold ore that is somewhat useful for me to be able to get some magic XP off, so I'll take that. It's a telegrab, and then when I get a nature rune, it's a super eat, and then it's a low elk. A major— whoa! Yes, okay. I am getting so spooned on these drops, but holy crap. That is a chunk task complete. Which means I only need one more drop. It is another 1 in 128 drop, don't get me wrong, but so far I've only killed 90 lesser demons. I've gotten 2 rune mad helms, which is a 1 in 128 drop. I've gotten the mithril change body, which is also a 1 in 128 drop. I've gotten 3 steel scimitars, which is about 1 in 32, and 4 steel axes, which is I think 1 in 45. Those last 2 might have been swapped around, and I don't know what the odds are for the steel full helm because I frankly don't care. But my luck on this has actually been remarkably good. I just need the 1 in 128 square shield now, and then all the drops are done. Hold on, I got so excited over that chain body, which I definitely shouldn't be wearing by the way because of the magic defense being lower. I totally forgot that I have runes for 1 more kill, so let's go do 1 more kill. Is this the exact amount of mind runes that I needed? Yeah, I used all my mind runes on that kill, and I got some chaos runes back for it, which I guess, sure. We got this gold ore as a drop from the lesser demon. I just got some nature runes, so we can go super eat item, gold ore, which requires level 40 smithing. You need the smithing level to do that. Oh, I forgot about that part. Well, I guess we'll just high allocate. I had some more luck on my side, and here we are with another maze random. So I'm gonna get a good amount of runes here, and with a little bit of good RNG on the demon drops, this might legitimately be the final maze random that we get. Wait, no, I just left the maze random. No. Okay, it's just a normal mysterious old man. I thought I was literally getting maze randoms back to back. I just started recording a clip because I wanted to go use up the runes that I've gotten. I thought I legitimately was gonna get 2 maze randoms just straight in a row. That's it though. Let's go use up the runes that I've gotten. I do still pick up the fire runes with telegrab because I just need an excuse to use telegrab, to be honest with you, and I only have 1 item that I really need to pick up at this point. Every kill could be the last. I also could just now start going dry, so who knows. I wasn't recording. Oh my god. I got the square shield. I wasn't recording. Oh no. Oh. Okay, so we've got all the items. I will just pretend like this just happened in real time. We got the square shield. It's not quite the same, is it? What is insane though is that it only took 105 lesser demon kills to get all 3 1 in 128 drops, getting one of them twice, getting 4 steel axes and 3 steel scimitars in the process. I've been getting legitimately insane RNG on this grind, and I'm very grateful for it. And if it wasn't for the fact that I regenerated my tasks with a proper actual rule set, we'd be able to leave now. But there's one more thing we need to do before we can walk out of here. Level 55 magic. 6 levels to go between me and walking over that damn bridge. With the Lesser Demon no longer being a main target, we need to optimize every single cast we have to be most experience we can get. And we can break that down in a handful of different ways. I'm going to be breaking it down by the most common rune drops that we get, which are the 4 types of elemental runes and mind runes and body runes. So what are the most effective casts for every single one of these runes? Fire runes, I've only really got one effective cast for those, which is low-level alchemy. The only other casts that really use fire runes are combat spells, which are not experience efficient at all, because fire spells use 1 extra air rune, and you can use those air runes better in different other ways. Speaking of air runes, the most efficient thing to do with air runes is casting telekinetic grab. It, by itself, with 1 roll rune, gives 43 experience for a single air rune. No other spell even comes close for air runes. But lore runes are fairly rare, so they're not going to be the main thing that I use air runes on. So the remaining air runes will be used on combat spells, where we have the option for Wind Strike or Wind Bolt. And when you break it down, the experience between the 2 of these is not too far apart. But the mind runes themselves can actually be used for Monster Inspect, alongside some body runes for 30.5 experience, which again, itself is pretty much more than any of the combat spells will give on average, as well as the fact that the Chaos runes that I do get don't have any other use. So I will be using my air runes on Wind Bolt cast. I've got well over 1,000 earth runes stacked up because I haven't been able to use them for anything throughout the entirety of the grind so far. Now that I don't need to use water runes for combat related spells anymore, I can actually use water runes alongside earth runes and body runes to cast Curse. And Curse is going to be giving me 29 experience per cast. I can only use it once per battle, but whenever I start fighting a wizard, because I'm still going to be killing some wizards for runes, I will start every fight off by casting a curse and getting 29 experience through that. That's going to slowly be chipping away at the earth runes that I have stacked up, and that's going to be using up my water runes as well as the somewhat more modest but still existing stack of body runes. As these runes start running out, I will need to start prioritizing whether or not I prefer using Monster Inspect or whether or not I prefer using Curse, because both of those use body runes, and I don't know that I'm going to be getting enough body runes to really facilitate both. My hope is by the time we get there, we'll be close to level 55 and I don't need to think about that. And if you want to help make this grind real magical, most of you actually are unsubscribed. So since we're so close to getting to a new chunk, make sure that you are subscribed so that you can see what happens next. Because if you think that this chunk has been brutal so far, you have no idea what we have coming. Hey you guys, remember in a previous video, probably the second one, where I said, hey, I've been gemstone crab AFKing to level 99 defense, and that's how long it's taken me to do this grind? So yeah, about that. I'm legitimately wondering what I'm going to be reaching first, the end of this chunk or 99 sailing. So the good news is that I have some more inventory space because I've made my way through the stockpile of some types of runes. I have no more water runes and no more lore runes. I figured I might as well start picking up blood runes again. Not that I'm going to be using them, but soon I will be able to bank them. The bad news is that I'm not even level 50 magic yet. So we've got a long way to go. Since losing out on all the stockpiled runes, or at least all the usable stockpiled runes, I reset my XP trackers up here. It's been a bit over an hour, and you can see that with all the spells that I've gotten from the rune drops that I've been getting, I'm getting about 2,000 or so experience per hour. Right now we're at about 99,000 experience, and for level 55 we need about 166,000. Let's say about 66,000 experience to go. It's a little more, but let's round to 66. That means about 33 more hours of this. The account lifetime at the moment is 4 days and 22 hours already, which is already 118 hours. So we're going to be leaving this chunk around the 150 to 170 hour mark, which altogether could be worse for a starting chunk. Not only did I get Protect from Magic, which I've actively been using, I'm about to also get Protect from Missiles of this grind. Also a HP level, sure, why not? And a combat level, why not? Total level of 350, it's the most amazing clip I've ever recorded. Yeah, Bria level up. Protect from Missiles. I hope that we're not going to get Protect from Melee before leaving this chunk. It's been a while since I bothered recording a random event clip, but we actually got a really, really good one. This is, aside from a maze random, probably the best thing that I could have gotten. This might actually be worth more experience than a maze random. I don't think it will be. So, after proving I have basic pattern recognition, I get a Book of Knowledge, which I can put immediately into Magic, which, oh, maybe actually I don't want to do that because I'm almost level 50. Let's just send it. The one level isn't going to make that much of a difference at this point, and that's 735 experience. Even better than an experienced lamp. Definitely not as much as the runes from a maze random would have given me though, but it's a close second best. Would you look at that? Another maze random. Perfect timing, because I actually ran out of air runes and water runes. And that is level of 51. Not gonna lie, these levels are starting to take a while to get. Okay, so this isn't as important as it once could have and would have been, but I want to highlight this nonetheless. I've got a random event, and it's a Gravedigger. It's been a while since I've had a Gravedigger, but apparently this counts as a deposit box. The thing behind here, it's a bank, meaning that I can go here, deposit stuff from my inventory, things that I don't need anymore. All the random event junk that I've been carrying around all this time, I guess the necklace and the gold ring that I've been carrying around as well, might as well just deposit them. Camera bottoms, beekeeper gloves, they're gone. Now, the interesting question becomes, I have, in fact, gotten and equipped all of these. The chunk task isn't keep around a rune mad helm, keep around a mithril chain body. The chunk task is equipping it, and that I have done. So these are going into the bank as well, meaning I've just freed up so much inventory space. Again, now that I'm no longer killing the chickens to heal myself up with, it doesn't really matter, but it's nice to declutter a little bit, and that is so much nicer. Okay, so now let me do the random event and get the, I think I get a experience reward from this, so that's nice. And in a sick twist of fate, I didn't get any experience lamps, but I did get 2 more things to clog up my inventory. I can't even put either of them on. Both of them are things that I actually have armor for. Still a net positive. I have been using air spells on this demon because, frankly, why would I use anything else? Well, why would I use anything else? Obviously, fire spells, bad idea. But I also have still over 1,000 earth runes. And if you don't know numbers, that is quite a lot. And Earthbolt and Airbolt are separated by 12 levels to unlock. So Earthbolt gives a fair bit more experience per cast as its base. It's not going to be a major difference, but let's just see the difference between casting a single Earthbolt, which hits for 2, that was 27 experience in total, and that was 45 to be fair. And then this Airbolt, which will hit for a 3, which was I think 23. So not going to make the difference between life and death, but over a number of casts, that's definitely going to be worth doing some Earth Strikes for instead. Or Earth Bolts, rather. We go back doing another couple of hours of wizard killing. We're up to about, I think, 8,000 or so at this point. So definitely going to go over 10k by the end of this chunk. And this will be magic level 52. Level 53 at the same time that I got a demon kill, which would have been nice if I got a rare drop or anything like that, but only 2 levels to go. We're getting there. You know, somewhat surprisingly, I'm starting to run a little bit low on body runes, which is not something that I thought I would be saying before leaving this chunk, but here we are. And that's making me think, when I run out of body runes, it's going to be a little bit harder to spam Curse and or Monster Inspect. And the question becomes, what is the best one to start using body runes on at that point? Because right now I'm just doing both Curse and Monster Inspect, because I have so many body runes and I just want to get through this grind. But as that stockpile starts decreasing, I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using my body runes along with Mind Runes for Monster Inspect. That means I free up the use of water runes that I'm using on Curse right now. And that means that I can switch from Earth Bolt back to Water Bolt, which will be 40% more accurate and deal 40% more max hit damage on the demon, which effectively means that it's going to be about 40% more experience. Not that at this point it really matters anymore, but I got another mystery box and tooth half of a key. The reason that that is infuriating is because that's part of the rare drop table, which means that I rolled a rare drop table, which is about a 1 in 15 chance, which could have, at a very lower rate, but it could have gotten me a rune battle axe or a rune two-hand sword. So congratulations to me, I rolled a rare drop table. It's a useless drop. I guess I might as well keep it because there's no harm in it, but oh my god, that's the most useless drop I could have gotten. Straight up, the account age is almost 6 days, which is about 140 hours of game time. We passed 1 million XP a little while ago, and now we're finally about to breach 30k cash stack. If you do the math, that means that we've made 30k in about 140 hours, meaning that we've made about 215 GP an hour over this entire chunk so far. I just got a nature rune drop, and I'm going to use one low-level alchemy, but I'm going to keep the other one. Because at this point, we're only 3,500 experience away from being able to do the thing. And in the grand scheme of things, needing to kill another 100 or so wizards to get new nature runes wouldn't be that big a deal, but I'd also hate myself if I got to level 55 and then started going dry for nature runes all of a sudden. That would kinda suck. So I'm just gonna keep one of them in my inventory at all times, starting right now. I think we're there. 26 casts with chaos runes, which means I actually have enough air runes to use Firebolt, which is ever so slightly more experience per cast, and only 800 experience to go. This might be it, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the end of our starting chunk. So let's switch over to Firebolt, something that I never thought I'd hold on a moment. That takes 4 fire runes as well. I have enough for that as well. I have enough fire runes. That's fine. It's entirely fine. I just need to squeeze out that experience at this point. It's 45 for a hit of 7. That's 23 for a hit of nothing, but that means that we have about 25 hits and we're getting at least 30 experience on average per cast, probably a bit more actually. We're fairly guaranteed to get level 55. But we should be good. I don't even think we have enough chaos runes to use up all of our fire runes, so we'll be fine. Only 385 to go. And that's it. That is magic level 55. We don't need to cast anything more against this guy. Might as well finish the kill. Well, actually, no, because we had just enough chaos runes to do it, like perfectly. But that means we have high level alchemy, and I don't have any like thematic items to use it on. So I guess water runes have brought us all the way through here. So I'll high alch a singular water rune. And now we can finally cross this border into Draynor Village. Next time, because if you think that crossing this border means that my suffering has ended, you have no idea what is waiting for us. Just Mia tiles to the north.